Hello. So these are modification exercises for us to be able to give benefits of stretching and strengthening to those that might actually not have all the benefits and flexibility that we might have. So one last time, just back, forward bend. You can do a little bit bigger or as big as you can manage it. At least 3 times. Side, supporting yourself to the side, or just half, or all the way, or all the way. So again, I'm going to the edge of the chair, just take into consideration flexibility of the person that you're actually trying to help. To open the chest, again, go to the edge so they can be firm into the floor, and you can just go the head back a little bit, just a tiny bit. If the person is more flexible, then you can also tell them to go a little bit deeper, but that might be a little bit too much. So just gauge how much flexibility and strength they already have. We just want to build from where they are forward. Those are simple exercises, again, to open the chest, right? Work on our backs and side body stretches. So the other thing that I mentioned yesterday that is very important are twists. Twists are good for the organs and to detoxify. So a simple twist also, just go from the parallel and bring the right hand to the left knee and then just look a little bit back. Again, we're taking this as for people that have very little mobility, but they want to actually gain their strength back. I have at least 2 people that I'm thinking about. That's why I'm going so small and slow. Again, opposite, and just look back. If the person have more flexibility, then you can tell them to look even a little bit deeper and a little bit deeper. Take into consideration that I'm using both of my hands to give me support. So even when I'm going farther, I'm using my left hand to help support the back and spine while I do the twist. So with those we have forward, back, side bends, and twists already. For the feet, one of the other things that we can do, sorry that I keep moving, but I don't have a lot of space. For the legs, our feet are our base, is basically where everything is supporting us. And most of the time we don't even think about them until they're starting to go. So a simple exercise to strengthen the ankles is just going into your toes. Very little. But again, we're gaining awareness. So from the feet being parallel to the floor to just raising, working on the ankles and on the feet. And they can do as many repetitions as they need. Okay? From here, they're going to lift the leg and then bring it back down. Bring the leg up and then down. If they need extra assistance, they can even use their hands to actually bring it all the way up and down. Parallel to the floor, up and down, and up and down. Another way they can do is assist with one hand while the other one lift. We want them to gain back their leg muscles that might be actually compromised. If they can raise it a little bit more and then bring it back down, that will be fantastic. Another thing, going a little bit farther back for more back support, they can also bring the leg in front if they can, and then just lift and down, knowing that most of them are not going to be able to actually have the leg straight, so that's okay. This might be already too much for some people. If it's available for them, then they can also do a little circle, and sometimes 3 is more than nothing. Just simple circles, because now we're working the inner thigh too. So we were stretching, and now we're going to reverse it. And last one, reverse. For the spine and the chest is another thing that sometimes get compromised. And with that, basically, we're talking about the heart. So we want to keep that flexibility of the heart. So we're going to push the chest forward and then go a little bit back. Go forward and then back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Small, or where they can hold up themselves by grabbing to the chair. If they're super flexible, then let them go as far back as they can. One more, twisting to one side, twisting to the other, or thinking about opening the heart. So it's definitely different than this twist that actually works on the side of the organs. This is kind of leading with the chest and the shoulders. We want them to open the back as much as possible and the chest. So if you can have them have both arms into the chair and then try to bring their elbows towards each other. It's very simple and small. So it's this motion, right? But again, it's opening the chest. So hopefully they can sit in the chair and then try to bring the shoulders back and elbows to touch. I'm gonna do it one more time. And elbows to touch. Another thing that would be fantastic, they can bring the legs in front of them. Most of the time it's going to be a little bit bended, and then have them go to the opposite side if they can. Right, just a little side twist. And if they are more stable and they can go farther, then you can have them go a little bit farther and a little bit farther. Just take into consideration that sometimes also there can be a little bit of problems with balance. So you want to be sure that everything is done slow and small, and then we'll keep progressing from that. So those were some of the exercises on the chair, and I'm going to show you some variations using the wall. If the person, like the person that I'm thinking about right now, it's the legs are not working very well, this is not going to be possible, which is the reason why I did the chair. But if the person is can actually sustain themselves, then you can do this. By the wall, you're going to just bring your arms all the way up. Exhale and then relax down 3 times. Inhaling up. This is for stretching. And back down. They have the support of the wall. So that helps. In here, you can also bring your hands to the wall, raising into the releve and then down. Again, they can hold the wall so they can feel strong and supported. And one more, up. I'm just doing 3 of everything. For the side stretch, you're gonna go and bring your side body into the wall and then try to reach higher. Relax. This is hard for you to see, so I'm going to show it. Basically, it's here. The side of the body is supported by the wall. To open the chest, you're going to do the same thing that we did here, but now with your chest towards the wall. And you can look up. For the leg, you're going to hold the wall, and then you're just going to go forward and back, and forward and back, and forward and back, and then change forward and back. If they need to also hold to something else, you're going to provide something else for them to hold on. I'm going to actually use the chair. Circles, like circles. So right in front of you, small little circles going all the way around. Again, notice that I am bending my knee because this is guide for people that might actually have some challenges with balance and strength already. So they're not going to be here, ooh, just a boat. Okay, so as circular as they can, and then you're going to reverse it. So on the wall, we had, just review quickly, forward, stretching the back, stretching the sides, stretching the front, leg, and then like circles, doing everything at least 3 times. If you have a chair, and they can, you can also stretch the back by holding to it, just really small. And you can try to make them go into the bigger, as big of a flat back as they can. Most of the time they might not be able to, and they can also bend the knees. But this position is also very good. And then from here, you can also work a little bit as if you were doing your cat-cow. And if they can actually try to go into a real cat-cow. But this might be a little bit too much. One more is in the wall. Again, check on the person. Walk a little bit farther away from the wall and just a small squat. And again, we're not gonna have them go, right? No. So support, and also they can just hold to the wall. And this might be it. It might be 1, it might be 2. It's okay. Just encourage them to start with 1. As even 1. And then eventually they can do 1 and then bring the arms out. Bring the arms up. And bring the arms inside. And then come back up. Same thing in here with the relevés. It's like, it can be a very small relevé, right? It doesn't have to be big. But for them to also understand the importance of that foundation of feet. And then, even just using the wall, they can bring the hands to the side. And then up. And then forward, nice, slowly. And then down. Last one for today, using the wall. So from here, a little side. And back to center. And again, I'm putting my hands on my hips to create awareness and to ground me on the wall, okay? Let's see, right? So just side, relax the head to the side. And one last one, relax the head to the side. One more time, opening the back of the head. And then opening the chest as much as they can. Okay, so those are a few exercises for you guys to share with somebody that might need it today. And the other thing that I wanted to encourage in general is spinal flexes. I'm going to do them on the chair. Again, we're working on the heart. So spinal flexes, like I mentioned, it can be as small as this, sitting on the chair, right? Small. Or you can go super big and deep, and they can actually hold. Another thing too is fun that I'm going to show maybe tomorrow is working with a partner. So if you are nice and strong already and very flexible, and you live with somebody that might have a little bit of health challenges, you can do this and encourage them, and that way you're also physically supporting that person that you love, and you want to help them get stronger. I want to finish with a few nice spinal flexes. Flexibility of the heart is important at all ages. When we lose flexibility of our heart, everything else gets compromised, from oxygen to all of our organs. So we want to keep it nice and flexible, not only physically, but emotionally. And with that, we're going to bring our arms all the way together. And exhale, bringing a lot of light to everyone. Thank you for watching.